An even over is a brief statement that clarifies priorities and trade-offs. Good thing A, even over good thing B. It's a simple statement that clarifies and articulates this priority for you and for your team. I like to think of these statements as a decision that you make before you decide. So if you choose an effective even over statement, it helps you know how you will decide when you get to the moment of actually needing or being confronted with a choice. When we're thinking about it in the business context, here's some even over statements that come up often. Cost savings, even over customer experience. So you might have to lower your cost and recognize that that will take a hit on your customer's experience. Innovation, even over speed. Our clients want both of these things. They want it new and shiny, and they want it now. And that is wonderful if you have all of the resources to do that, but oftentimes we have to choose between the two. Similarly, growth and profit often in tension with each other. Now, how do you know that you have a great and effective even over statement for your team or for your work? It's if you can successfully flip-flop. You can put the statement the other way around and just as easily find yourself in a situation where you know exactly what to do. So if we decided instead, actually, our strategy is customer experience, even over cost savings, okay, let's spend money and make sure that our customers have the best possible experience that they can. Now I know exactly what to do. Now I know what the priority is. Even overs align mindsets across the team. So we all are looking through the same filter, through the same lens for what we are prioritizing and why. It helps us then to make those choices in the same way as our teammates. Maybe we don't necessarily have time to stop and discuss and debate what action we are going to take in a particular moment, but we'll know that we're deciding in the same direction because we're looking through the same filter, through the same even over statement. This allows us to make decisions fast, and those decisions are likely more effective because they've been organized in advance. I'm a big fan of very concise, memorable, potentially alliterative or fun, even over statements that help you to make them catchy. And on the August organization, we have an even over strategy of candor, even over comfort. And when we invoke the statement, that's a signal that I'm about to share something with you that's maybe not exactly what you want to hear. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, but because we all know that that's a strategy that we're in for the feedback in that moment, and we're ready to dive into the conversation. I picked this one off of the list, innovation, even over speed, because in general, most people in the working world today are trying to juggle these two things. What kinds of decisions would this even over statement lead you to make? Slow down, take time, come up with great ideas, increase the time spent researching. Stop for a little tour in a competitor's store. Take longer to research current trends. Of course, in an ideal world, we want this fast, but don't we want something especially innovative? And that's why we're taking the extra 2 weeks. That's why we're taking some additional time to gather more information. That's why we're thinking about going and exploring these other opportunities before we actually commit. It's a good way to remind ourselves and to remind the people on our team or leadership or whoever is sort of telling us to go the other direction that we've decided. And if you want to switch it, by the way, we can switch the even over, but let's make that explicit. Here are some things that you can try. You can clarify tensions with your team. What are the things that are actually trade-offs? Name those things, lay out the things that you feel like are in tension with each other, and then use these even overs to get explicit. Because we all acknowledge that we want all the things. We don't want to have to choose between good things. We want to do everything. And in particular, leadership and people who are trying to drive impact and change want it all. And this is a useful tool to just name what we are choosing now, even if it means that we're going to have to give something else up in the near term, knowing that we can always do it differently or always sort of switch it around when the time comes.